Hey everybody, Douglas here from Rev Rides, and today we're going to be showing you how to change the handle and trolley on your 18XL. Let's get to it. To change out your trolley, you're going to need a 5mm Allen key, a hammer and a punch tool to get the pedal rod out, a small flathead to pop out your light covers, and a screwdriver to take apart your 18XL. Also, it's nice to have some sort of container, like a metal dish, to hold all your screws while you're working on your unit. First, you'll need a 5mm Allen key to remove the set screw on your 18XL, and then you can tap out the pedal rod with a hammer and tap. Now with your hammer and tap, go on the opposite side of where your set screw was, slide in the tap. You're gonna tap your pedal rod out. Sometimes the tap can be a little too big, so we'll use a smaller Allen key instead. Now repeat the process on the opposite side. Next, you're going to need your small flathead and your screwdriver. And set the screwdriver down with the small flathead. You're going to be prying in between the plastics here to pop out the LED covers. And wiggle out the connection. And unplug. You will need to do this for all 4 light covers. Now you've removed your light covers, you're ready to take off each of the side panels. Start by removing the screws that were under each of the light covers, and then you'll have 2 screws under your bottom pad here. Three screws up top, 1 here, on the left side, and in the middle. Now that you've taken the side panel off of your 18XL, we're going to be removing the brackets holding in the trolley handle. And we're going to be removing the bottom screw that's holding tension. When removing, be careful as the spring can push the screw out after the threads are loose. For less work putting back in screws, just remove 1 on each of the brackets and then lightly loosen the opposite screw to move the bracket out of the way. Now that you've loosened the trolley on this side of the 18XL, let's flip it over and we're going to repeat this process on the other side. More screw montage. Let's get some screws. Now this bottom guy. Really crank on it. Now, open the trolley handle here, and you're gonna remove the handle from the top of the trolley. Now that we've removed the handle, if that's all you have to do, you can go ahead and just put your new one back on, and you can go ahead and stop watching this video. You don't need to take off the side panels or anything. Sorry if you already did. Close these guys in, lift from the back, holding this piece in, slide them out, then flip over and repeat. Now you're gonna grab your new trolley rails, and you're gonna be sure that the ends of them line up with the top of the unicycle. Make sure this end lines up with this end on top of the unicycle, and that the shapes fit together. When replacing the trolley rails, be sure that this metal plate here is under your lift switch, otherwise that will not work when you lift your trolley. Now, we're gonna go ahead and put the screw with the spring in the bottom, and the metal plate should be lined up for it here in the middle. And this, you don't want super tight or super loose, you just want it nice and snug. Now we'll tighten up the brackets and repeat this process on the other side. The tighter these brackets are, the better, because then your trolley handle won't wiggle quite as much. Now that your trolley rails are in on both sides, let's go ahead and put the side panels back on. When putting them on, be sure that your LED wires get slid through, and so that way you can plug them back in. When tightening the screws back in, it is best to go from one side to the other, so that way the plastics tighten evenly and aren't warped to one side. Now you can pop your light covers back in. Be sure to plug them in first. Slide the connection back into the wheel. And then pop in the light cover from top to bottom. Now let's put our pedal on and then repeat this process on the opposite side. Now let's repeat the steps on this side and put in our trolley rail. Some of you, your lift sensor may be broken and your trolley set should come with a new lift sensor. This is really simple to replace. First, just unplug the lift sensor from its source here, and then pull the lift sensor out of place and put the new one in. Putting this side panel on, again, be sure your LED wires come through. Wiggle it into place. Now go ahead and tighten all your screws in. Now plug your lights in. Stuff the wires back into the wheel. Click it back into place. Same on the other side. Plug the lights in. Shove the wires back into the wheel. Pop the light cover back into place. Now let's throw our pedal back on. Make sure we have our 5mm Allen key. Butt end goes first. There it is. After pushing the pedal rod in, take your set screw and get it nice and snug. This way it won't come out on you while you're riding. Now, last but not least, we're going to throw our handle back onto the trolley. Make sure that these plastic pieces here line up into your trolley, and on the other one as well. You don't have to take them out to do this, but I did just want to give you a visual. Wiggle those back on. Take your screws. Make sure you tighten the screws from the inside of the handle and not from the outside. Now we'll do the same to our other inside. Put the 18XL on the ground and test our trolley handle. Power on the wheel. Make sure it still works. After taking it apart, we're going to test the lift sensor by pulling up on the handle. It works. And then by pressing the button, your trolley should come up, lock into place, lock in the middle, and lock in the down position. Now that the trolley handle on your 18XL is fixed, you can come ride with us. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow along for more content like this and riding videos. Ride safe.